Okay, so what about the Supreme Court of Canada and their decision, their 5-4 decision to, I'll read it here. Yes, the Supreme Court of Canada ruled 5-4 today that 1 year mandatory minimum sentences for possessing child pornography under the criminal code violates the charter of cruel and unusual punishment. So if you get the mandatory 1 year charge for having child porn, that's cruel and unjust punishment is what the Supreme Court of Canada decided. The majority held it's grossly disproportionate in lower end cases, while the dissent argued it doesn't meet the high threshold and protects children. This continues the court's trend of invalidating such I don't know what that is, whatever it is, but such minimums, I guess. Maybe that's what he said. But yeah, this is insane to me.
Did you read why they voted against it, though?
No.
Did you read the example?
What was the example? I didn't.
The example was, and I mean, I feel like our podcast is going to get censored now if we go into these weeds. But the example that they gave for shooting that down was an 18-year-old could be sexting a 17-year-old and would be breaking the law here and get a year of jail time.
Good.
And they thought, yeah, okay, as you were then. That was the example they used.
Yeah, fair enough. But I mean, they know that the amount of cases of pedophiles that are getting it's just. Yeah,
there was some really other disturbing, of course, you get into the comment section on these things and everybody has cases and I don't know. I remember
a guy recently like that in Alberta just got he was a leader of a church and he just got caught too for
possessing child pornography.
No, I think abusing some people. Just what the frick? These guys should...
Convicted?
No, just arrested.
Okay. Always... This is another issue I have, right? Innocent until proven guilty, and it is important.
Fair enough,
people's lives get ruined, right? By people
usually
just
when there's
assuming...
smoke, there's...
Yeah, but sometimes not. So, and sometimes...
That's fair.
And, obviously with abuse as a general rule, it probably is, but I do feel like we have the courts for a reason, and I feel like we all want to be the judge, jury, and the executioner, and boy, it would be pretty bad if somebody got to do that to us, right? So
fair. Okay, but what do you think someone should get in jail for jail time for sexually abusing kids?
A long time. Some would say forever. I guess.
Okay, so
is there any penance that can be paid? Yeah.
No,
I always say that. I know people.
It's not about the penance. It's about justice. We need justice.
There needs to be justice.
And we need to protect other people, and we need to have a deterrent.
Children.
There's stats that they did in the United States on how severe a punishment was, the likelihood, or less severe it was, the likelihood it was being committed. And as the punishments have gone down, the crimes have gone up. There's something to be said.
Is that why there was eunuchs back in the day? No, that was a separate issue. Eh?
Oh, they were weird. I wouldn't do that.
No, I think people could be.
Does it actually get rid of your desires? though? I heard it doesn't.
I don't know, but
you should castrate them too. That'd be a good idea. I mean, that being said, I kind of feel like I'm going against my own beliefs here, but that there's grace and mercy and forgiveness. I believe that for even pedophiles, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't advocate for justice and
I think the biggest issue in my mind is really that it's not talked about enough because it's extremely uncomfortable. I don't think kids are prepared. I feel like
we had it this week. Nicole was on Pinterest with the boys, and she went and looked at a recipe. She clicked on a recipe. She had the tab open, and then the next day she still had the tab open. She went back to that tab, and there was a pornographic image, and both boys saw it, and she exited right away
on Pinterest.
It was a link from Pinterest. Of the recipe, I guess, that takes you somewhere.
Makes sense.
So she had a conversation with them, but she were talking about it last night, and we're like, Peter's 4, and he saw that, because he had to have a conversation about it, and I'm just like, ugh. But yeah, I did say to her that just talking about it, because I referenced that at your house last week when you were talking to the young kids about private parts. I even have a hard time saying it here, but.
You're supposed to use the correct words.
Yeah,
right?
That's right. Yeah, that's right. And so I do that more and more with the kids and just talk about it openly, even with Peter, because I'm they're going to learn it from somebody. It's better off coming from
their parents. Totally.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. We talked to the boys about it a bunch and just said, hey, if you come across these pictures again,
if you are a parent and you're listening to this and you feel like you fail having those conversations, which I do feel like I fail, I feel like you can hardly have the conversations young enough. I think we've plugged it on here before.
Birds and the Bees?
Birds and the Bees.
What's it, like an Instagram or like
page.
a course? Or
yeah,
is it...
it's a course too. We have the course. I mean, people could come, and we've hosted parties before watching the course at our house, because I think it's so important. And I think that a lot of abuse happens simply because parents do not educate their children. Right. Obviously, that's just one of the reasons. There's 1,000 reasons. But I think a lot of times kids are just completely naive even to what's happening to them until it's too late. And so, yeah, it's that balancing act and knowing how to communicate with your kids and protecting your children. And I mean, and then I guess the other side of even just hearing myself say that, I'm thinking some parents do an amazing job and then their children still end up being hurt, right? And I think
that's going to happen regardless. It's like eating really healthy and expecting never to get cancer.
Yeah. And so you do want to be careful when you live in this world of trying to do everything perfectly as a parent. Ultimately, we're going to fall short. Our children will be hurt. They will have bad things happen to them. And
that's why I think it's just talking to them about how they should think about it, and they can come talk to us when it happens, because it's inevitable that it will happen. I said to Nicole, like, it's gonna they're gonna see another picture soon. Like, it's gonna happen. Like, what are they gonna do? What are we teaching them to do when it does? And like, will they be open enough to talk to us about it and that kind of stuff? Hey guys, if you enjoyed that episode and were blessed by it, would you be willing to support the show? That would help a lot in creating more content, improving the quality of the content, putting the production value, getting more guests on, and me being able to spend more time and energy towards it. So if you're interested in doing that, you can click up here and it'll take you to a support page. But you can also subscribe to the podcast by clicking over here and doing that. Thanks again for listening, and I'll catch you on the next one.